Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today with us in the hot seat, we have Roby John Thomas. Now, Roby says, Hi Ashdin, I've just finished completing reading your book and it was really good. Thank you. I believe it will be really useful throughout our life. Now, could you please give me a structure on how to write a good gratitude journal? Alright, so a gratitude journal is one of the most important habits that you can create. Whenever I started working with a client, one of the first things I did was create the habit of a gratitude journal for them. So let me first start by saying I'm so grateful to you for having read the book and sharing about it on this question. The idea of a gratitude journal is very interesting. What we have to do is we have to realize that there are so many things that take place in our life that we completely take for granted. That means they happen so almost automatically that we don't spend time and even think about them. Maybe they were valuable to us once and now we don't see the value in them anymore because they're just so common. So, understanding all the amazing things that are taking place in our life and learning that if they weren't there, how much worse our life could possibly be. Now, there are various ways of thinking about gratitude, and let's deep dive into this. First, let's talk about the gratitude journal. The gratitude journal is just a very simple way of writing down all the things that you are grateful for. It is a basic structure that you're giving to your thinking process. Now, the way that I like to teach people how to start the practice of a gratitude journal is by first having a dedicated book that is your gratitude journal. Now, on each page, what I want you to do is I want you to write 3 things that you're grateful for each day. Now, it can be a person. So, I'm grateful to my mother. I'm grateful to Amrita, my producer. It can be a thing. I'm grateful for this microphone. I'm grateful for this camera. Or it can be an event. Like I'm grateful that we're recording this podcast right now. Correct? So, it can be a person, it can be a thing, or it can be an event. And these are the 3 things that we are normally grateful towards. Okay? So, a thing could also be the sun, it could be the moon. Your creativity is up to you, wherever you find gratitude. Now, the second important rule of your gratitude journal is that you will never repeat something for the first 1 month. That means if you've written, I'm grateful to the sun, you cannot write, I'm grateful to the sun again. Okay. Now, this forces you to think up of a minimum of 90 things that you're grateful for. You know why is this so powerful? Because whenever I'm doing workshops and I tell people to think of 90 things, they freak out. They say that I can't even think of 20. How will I think of 90 things? And that's when you start thinking about all the things that have happened in your past. Oh, I'm so grateful for the fact that I had a beautiful teacher who used to teach me and take care of me. And this way we realize so many things that have happened in the past. I like to give this example of how gratitude is not only something that is meant for something huge. Like I'm grateful that when my tire got punctured, an Uber driver stopped and helped me. And that's huge. It can also be something as small as I'm so grateful to the vegetable vendor for adding a little extra coriander with the limes that I bought today. It can be something that small as well. So, when you think about gratitude, what are the special things that have taken place in your life? What are the things that have helped you out, that have given you a little boost in life? Who are the people? And it's so critical that you can word the sentence in 2 ways, right? Each time you're writing, I'm grateful for, I want you to write the full statement. I am grateful for, or I am grateful to. Now, both have a different meaning if you start thinking about it. I'm grateful to somebody for doing something to me. Or I'm just grateful for, that means just having this person, this thing, or this situation in my life. So choose carefully whether you use for or to when you're writing your gratitude exercise. Now, a very common question I get asked is, but Ashdin, how can you be grateful for people who have hurt you? How can you be grateful for people who've done you wrong, lied to you, cheated to you, had fights with you? And actually, those are the people that need your most amount of gratitude, right? Anybody can be grateful for a good friend or somebody that's around. But imagine that person who came into your life that wronged you, came in for a purpose. They came in to teach you something. So what you're doing is you're grateful for the lesson that you've learned from this person. You're not necessarily grateful for the fact that you were lied to. So I'm not necessarily grateful for the fact that I was lied to, but I'm grateful for learning this particular lesson from this particular situation. Okay, and that is the way to start thinking about it. Ever since I started writing that I am grateful to these people who wronged me in my book, my life has been so free, because the forgiveness has come almost instantly. As soon as I realized that what was the lesson this person came into my life to teach me. We often trust people and they break our trust. Does that mean we stop trusting people completely? No. We need to learn why this happened and what we can do about it in the future. And if you learn this, that is a moment of gratitude. So you know that your future relationships will be better. So by all means, write down all the things that are good, that have helped you, but also write down the things that you've learned from. Because that is what makes the gratitude journal really powerful and really vibrant. Now, what do you do after writing all this down? You can either tear up the pages and throw them away, or you can cut out the pieces and store them in little jars. And whenever you're feeling low, pick up one piece of gratitude, read it, and you will immediately go back to that moment that helped you, that made you feel good. And it will automatically give you that sense of gratitude. However low you're feeling, you will feel much better and in charge of your life again. All right. So this is how I would think about gratitude journaling. And this has been a very short, almost like a masterclass on making a gratitude journal. So remember, new book, write down 3 things that you're grateful for every day. It can be a person, thing, or an event. Make sure you don't repeat anything for the first 30 days. So you have 90 things that you're grateful for. And finally, remember to write all the positive things and all the things that were negative that you've learned from in that gratitude journal. Finally, use the gratitude journal in the future to make you feel better when you are feeling low. All right. Now, I hope I've answered your question and you're going to start writing your gratitude journal from today onwards. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And if you have a question for me, check out the link below, click on it and send me a nice juicy question. I'm going to answer it on the next Hot Seat episode.